And I wanted to talk about that part of that because this is what people just do not get. And this is what the medical doctors do not get. In their little bag of repertoire, or their little bag of goodies, is something called antibiotics. One of the worst things man's ever discovered. And man saying, oh, it's the best thing since ice cream. Not right. What man has to understand is bacteria is not after your cells. I don't know how bad your cells. You have other immune cells that are, that's their job, to consume cells that are damaged. And where does that take place at? Hopefully, only in the lymph nodes where the macrophages are. You put macrophages in tissue, that wouldn't be a pleasant experience. So it's really, the body's designed that way for immune cells to remove these cells and take them to the lymph nodes. Remember our discussion that this concept that medical doctors tell people that cells can travel and go into other tissue and create cancer cells from other cells, that's beyond stupid. That reaches all-time idiocy if you understand how the body works. You know that the body is not designed for cells to get into the blood system. It doesn't even make sense because you don't understand the lymphatic system. If you don't understand the lymphatic system as we teach it, then you're not going to know anything. You're out there left with, wonder how things are working. I don't know. Well, metabolic waste must just be dumped back in the blood system. So the lack of knowledge and the lack of truth and understanding has created a nightmare. And so if you've taken a lot of antibiotics, because they treat with antibiotics, treat with antibiotics. Here's a good one for you. We just had a lung cancer case. So she's supposed to be on grapes, so she gets pneumonia. Oh, really? She didn't get pneumonia. She's detoxing. She has lung. So when you have lung issues, tumors or whatever you want to call it, lung, whatever you want to call it, you are going to expectorate. You are going to hydrate, and then all this sputum, even locked in there, you're going to break up, and this is going to come hawking out. I don't care who you are. It doesn't have to be lung cancer. You're always going to get sputum out during detox. Always. That's just the one natural avenue of elimination. Well, when you have, you're detoxing, and you have tumors in the lungs, you can expect a pneumonia-type experience. Big deal. People get afraid of pneumonia because medical doctors kill people with pneumonia with antibiotics. You know, to kill people with pneumonia, we get triple pneumonia in here all the time. What you've experienced in the past, you're going to experience again through detox. You're walking back through the acute, subacute, and chronic stages. You're walking back there. Remember we said every little tear or rip, if it never healed when you were even a baby, it could come back. If you haven't healed your injuries from when you were young, you will re-experience them during detox. Guaranteed. It is part of that program. You walk backwards and you can see it. You can see it. Fun stuff because you really get an understanding of how this all works. But when you go on these programs, you're hydrating and alkalizing, which is hydrating. And when that happens, things move from a cationic, coagulated environment to an anionic, fluidity environment. So things are going to start breaking up and coming out. You don't run to the hospital and take antibiotics. I mean, that's the very thing that compromises man's ability to be well. So when you kill the antibiotics and the bacteria in your body, who's breaking down your acids? Who's breaking down your metabolitic acids, which are at 3 pH? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, remember 3 pH. So who's breaking those acids down if you kill the bacteria?